For our project, we decided to propose Sawtooth Forest in Idaho be turned into a national park.
We are focusing on the U-shaped valleys in the Sawtooth Mountains. These valleys are easy to recognize by their steep walls and wide, flat floors and classic signs of glacial carving. During the Pleistocene, alpine glaciers moved through the sawtooths and reshaped narrow V-shaped river valleys into the large U-shaped turtles we see today. Redfish Lake and the Upper Salmon River Valley are great examples. These valleys are nationally significant because they clearly show how glaciers sculpt mountain landscapes. They support diverse ecosystems and they create some of the most dramatic scenery in the northern Rockies. Their scientific value and striking beauty make them a major reason the Sawtooth deserve national park status.
The Sawtooth Range in Idaho also helps tell Earth's story through every rock formation that makes up an array of peaks and valleys, making it one of the most geologically extraordinary places in the United States. The northern sawtooths are built from the Sawtooth batholith, a massive body of Eocene-age plutonic igneous rock, while just south of Altruis Lake, the terrain shifts to Cretaceous granodiorite from the Idaho batholith. Few places in the world offer such clear access to two major intrusive events in North American geological history. Beneath these younger formations lies the underneath Sawtooth Metamorphic Complex, exposing some of the region's oldest crust. Visitors to this national park would be able to encounter a variety of highly metamorphosized rocks, such as quartz, gneiss, amphibiolite, marble, as well as other materials that reveal crustal processes hundreds of millions of years older than the peaks above them. The mountain range is also rich in intrusion-related features like pegmatites and alpite dikes, offering insight into how continental crust evolves over time. Finally, during the Pliocene, powerful alpine glaciers sculpted the sawtooths into the dramatic skyline that is visible today, forming formations like massive knife-edged ridges, cirques, and glacier-carved lake-filled valleys that rival even the iconic parks around them nations such as the Rocky Mountains and Glacier Park. The Sawtooths showcase an unparalleled combination of igneous, metamorphic, and glacial history, and protecting them to a national park would preserve this world-class geological story for more generations to come.
The Sawtooth Mountain Range is a tectonically uplifted block bounded on the east by the Stanley Basin. The basin is on a down-dropped block and is floored by a thin layer of alluvial deposits. Two major faults that are largely responsible for the elevation of the range are the Montezuma Fault near Atlanta and the Sawtooth Fault, which extends along the eastern side of the Sawtooth Range and near Stanley, Idaho. The mountains were formed by tectonic forces that began with the Idaho Batholith Formation, which is a massive pluton of granites and granodiorites which formed when magma cooled and crystallized deep underground, and it covers much of central Idaho. After Sawtooth's initial formation, the range went through a tectonic process, particularly the Cenozoic extension, which overlaid a new pattern of faulting and basin formation onto the older structures. This process uplifted parts of the range and created the extensional basins in the regions. As the North American plate boundary changed, the subducting plate moved back towards the west coastline, causing the Earth's crust to thin by extension. This process triggered the generation of magma and for it to rise to the surface.
After the formation of the mountain peaks, glaciers overtook the landscape, creating what we see today. About 6,000 years ago, the last of the North American ice sheet retreated away from the northern United States. The series of advancing and retreating glaciers carved away at the landscape, creating the features we see in the Sawtooth Ridge today. The area displays many of the classic characteristics of glacial erosion, such as U-shaped valleys, cirques, horns, and arêtes. These features form as glaciers flow through a mountain range. The previously narrow valleys are widened into a U-shape. Cirques form as glaciers melt, leaving a circular bowl shape behind. These basins often fill with glacial melt, creating lakes perfect for recreation. These lakes feed into a larger river system. Additionally, the tall, jagged peaks are also due to glaciers carving away material. These characteristics make the landscape important to preserve as a national park because of the recreational possibility and general beauty. The mountaintops and extensive ranges create the perfect peaks for long, diverse trails with amazing views. While many lakes create great fishing environments and the main river provides a spot for whitewater rafting. In addition to the many activities that can take place in the Sawtooth Range, there's also a natural beauty to the area that deserves protection. The carved landscape of the area should be available for wider public enjoyment and
Thank you
appreciation.
for listening to our presentation. Here are our references.